GPT-5, a new open source GPT model, and releases to JetBrains IDEs. All of this and more in this episode of Developer News for the calendar weeks 31 and 32. OpenAI releases GPT-5, a new model which is now directly available for all users and all developers. It comes with improvements like being able to decide on its own if it wants to go into a deeper thinking mode or not. In LLM coding benchmarks, it outperforms the O3 model. I linked a detailed blog post from OpenAI in the description. Another new model is GPT-OSS. The special thing about this model is it is open source under the Apache 2.0 license. It comes in two variants, 20B and 120B. Both variants are available to download from Hugging Face. Together with the GPT-5 release, GitHub released a preview for using GPT-5 in GitHub Copilot in Visual Studio Code. It is available to all GitHub Copilot paid plans. On another note, GPT-4o is now discontinued as a GitHub Copilot model, and GPT 4.1 will become the new default model. If your repository has a contributing.md file, it will now be displayed in the README header as a new tab and in the sidebar of the repository overview. JetBrains released version 2025.2 for almost all its IDEs. It comes with improvements to the AI assistant, like being able to get inline suggestions even if you're offline, the ability to attach images in the chat window, and the whole IDE can now act as a standalone MCP server. The release for IntelliJ now has experimental support for Java 25 and for Maven 4. If you are a user of WebStorm, it is now possible to use the new TypeScript language server written in Go. To do that, just replace the TypeScript package with the @TypeScript/native-preview package. And to finish off, some news in the ticker. Microsoft released version 1.0 of DevProxy, its large language model test suite. A new feature is the ability to test how your application handles unexpected responses from an AI. TypeScript 5.9 is now generally available. We already covered what's new in previous episodes of the Dev News. Google's AI coding agent, Jules, is now generally available. It uses Gemini 2.5 under the hood and comes with a lot of improvements since it's beta. VS Code release 1.103 comes with improvements to its AI and support for Git workspaces. That's already it with all the relevant news for this week. See you next time!